First of all, thank you very much for your time. So nice to be here.
I
Man.
gotta say hi to Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. Okay.
Yeah, pura vida. You say pura
Yes,
vida.
Pura Vida. Yes, Pura Vida. Yes.
Now, you're both very young, of course, but you have been living in the time and place that the picture portrays. I mean, Brooklyn's in the house, right?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So, what do you think makes it so appealing? Because you know the '90s and New York, they do their thing in cinema. So,
Well, the '90s is so cool because of the introduction to hip hop, or like the peak of hip hop, and then the clothing.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's making a return right now. A lot of things that Elena wears in the movie, I'm kind of like, can I have that? Can you give me a comment? Can I take that one? Yeah, so it's cool. It's fresh.
Yeah, it plays a big part, man. It's cool. Like the '90s was a special time, right? For music, culture, and fashion, and also like New York. New York was a very specific time in the '90s. You know,
I know it was the place, man.
it was crazy. You know?
You know, your characters are very interesting because they sometimes push the envelope a little bit in order to get their way, you know, and they don't usually see eye to eye with the Autobots, which is kind of fresh. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, like the humans and the Autobots, and kind of it's. I'm happy that it's that there is that tension. You know, I'm specifically between Noah and Optimus. You know, it's cool to have that throughout most of the story because obviously it's a fantastical fictional story, but if we're thinking about realism, yeah, like if these aliens came to another planet, and and they were being, and they had to hide from humans, why would they trust this guy? Why would the leader of this group trust this guy? Because the one transformer that he hasn't been able to find for like so long, who finally just came out of nowhere and is like coming out of hiding, is like, yo, this is my man. Like, nah, I don't trust these
And
guys.
one culture trying to be on top of the other one.
Oh, for sure.
It's a
It
message.
sounds like real life a little bit sometimes too.
That's right, that's right. Now, on a lighter note, if you could have your own set of wheels, custom set of wheels, to be your own personal transformer, which would you choose? Talk about taste.
Like which car, or are you talking about which Transformer in the movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'll pick Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I love him.
Yeah, I will. Which set of wheels? You know what? RC. I want to ride a motorcycle. My mom's like, yo, I don't want you riding a motorcycle. So if I could.
That's so cool. Now, not to get too heavy, but yes, going back to the whole culture thing, how was it filming in Cusco?
Special.
Yeah.
It was very, very special, man. Like, I mean, first, we had this beautiful scene where we shot this big parade. That happens in Cusco, I think once a year or something, I think. And we got to emulate that in the movie. And I'm talking about, every take, they were giving it every single take. It was really, really special. And there's also a scene where, Primal, we go into this village and he speaks to this elderly man who's like sort of the leader of the village, and he basically asked for his blessing for us to come into the village. We stand at the top of the hill, we're looking down, he's like, yo, give me a second, I'm gonna go talk to this guy. And then he speaks to him in Quechua. And it's just, I think it's really beautiful that we get to see these elements of Peru, shooting in, not only in Cusco, which is the capital for the Inca people, but it's like, for the Incas, but it's like, getting to shoot in Machu Picchu, getting to shoot in Tarapoto, and feeling the difference between all those places. Like Peru was a very special character in this movie.
I think just for me, I bring up the fact that butterflies has always been very special to me. I feel safe when I'm around butterflies, and the shaman came to bless us to film on sacred land. And during the ceremony, a butterfly came and landed in the middle and stayed for about 15 minutes. All of this is on video, by the way. And then afterwards, I lay there and I'm eye to eye with this butterfly for like 7 minutes, and I'm trying to get it to walk on my finger. It hops to a different piece of grass, and then finally, in one moment, I see the leg step on my finger, and I lifted it up like this, and it was incredible.
Ooh, moment. Guys, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.